Today's episode of BNN is sponsored by the Tennessee Army National Guard. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD to learn about opportunities for your future.
We understand an upside-down world, but they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will, because our future is the future. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny.
As you are already aware, we tragically lost one of our friends, Tyler Gattaca, to a reckless driver during this fall break. While all of us mourn his departure from our lives, we must understand it is now our duty to preserve his memory. This week, we will celebrate his birthday on Thursday by wearing light blue clothing. The Student Council will be passing out blue ribbons in the Commons so everyone can participate. Additionally, we are collecting letters to give to the family. If you have any memory that could console the Gattaca family during this horrible time, please don't be shy. These letters must be turned in to your focus teacher on Wednesday, or you can email to brown, oli000 at wilsonk12tn.us. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact either Larkin, Bree, or me. Have a good rest of your week, and remember, be a Kyler.
Oh yeah! We're gonna actually put it on naturally in high school. Yeah! Hi, Carly. Hi, Miles. Hi, Miles. Hi, Miles. Oh, you don't
I actually knew absolutely nothing about football before high school. I remember there was one practice, somebody got a pick six, and I went home that day and asked what a pick six was, because I didn't know why they were celebrating. I mean, just over the time of watching, I've always been in a football household, so I just kind of grew a love for the sport. They started me off on the offensive line. I wanted to play tight end, but they learned that I could snap my sophomore year, and they moved me to center, and that's where I ended up staying. I was born with my injury, and it worsened over football. So the football kind of sped up what was going to happen eventually and find ways to get through it, as a lot of people do with stuff. And I always think it could be worse. I mean, luckily mine wasn't terrible. Give up a sport that I've come to love, or it was join as a student assistant coach. It's a possible career path that I want to pursue now, and it's a great way to stay with the team that I've bonded with over this past few years. And it was the only way to really stay close to the sport that I loved. Always put school first, but it comes as a secondary. You just have to. It's the same as being a player. You watch film, you show up at games, you show up at practice. That's pretty similar to being a player. It definitely doesn't give you as much discipline as the players have, but it helps you realize that everyone starts from like a bottom position somewhere, and you've got to work your way up. The players aren't always going to don't have to, or they're not going to listen to what you have to say because you're not in the position to fully be doing that. But I feel like since I was on the team as a player for the 2 years that I was, I know everyone, so it kind of helps with that. So whenever you play, you're really only focusing on yourself. I'm with the tight ends, so I'm watching like 5 different tight ends play football, and it shows comparison of like, oh, the backup is like this and the starter's like this. Is why the starter's starting and not the backup. And it really widens your view of like, you're thinking as a player, why am I not starting whenever you feel like you should? Now I know why some players are and some players are not.